Social media, you know who he is. He's a billionaire. He's probably the world's richest man. Elon Musk, who owns Twitter, I still call it Twitter, not X, started around with the Prime Minister of what's been happening in the UK, saying, quotes, civil war is inevitable. No, it isn't, and it's an idiotic thing to say.
So we're joined by GB News' political editor, Christopher Hope, from Downing Street this morning. Just give us a little bit more detail on this, Chris. What blows were they trading?
Yeah, morning, Bev, and morning, Andrew. That's right. We heard from Elon Musk. He said that civil war is inevitable in the UK. We heard back from the Prime Minister's official spokesman yesterday. He said there's no justification for that kind of remark. Then Sir Keir Starmer did a tweet to the Prime Minister. He said, "We won't tolerate attacks on mosques or on Muslim communities." And Elon Musk replied, "Shouldn't you be concerned about attacks on all communities?" The second point, Bev and Andrew, you might agree with. OK, you might agree with. The first one, though, an American talking about civil war in this country, given the problems they have in America with gun violence, I think sticks in the craw for a lot of people. But the wider issue here, of course, is Elon Musk owns X, or Twitter, as Andrew calls it. And the problem you've got there is that the government wants to crack down both on the users of Twitter, X, and the way that X and Twitter can carry messages which can inflame riots and trouble around the country. And if the owner of that network is saying these kind of remarks about the UK, it doesn't help the government talk to that owner about what is being carried on X and Twitter.
But, Chris, he has a point, Elon Musk, when he says shouldn't be worried about attacks on any communities, because ask many Jewish people how fearful they are of going into central London on any Saturday afternoon now, where we have the pro-Gaza marches, where you have Hamas supporters. Hamas is a terrorist organisation speaking out loudly using anti-Semitic phrases, and they feel it is two-tier policing. And when the Metropolitan Police Commissioner, no less, is asked about two-tier policing yesterday, he strikes the microphone out of the reporter's hand. That's not going to do anything to quell unrest, is it?
No, it's not. And the idea of two-tier Keir has been trending in part on Twitter. The idea being that the police around the country police communities differently. Yeah. They go in hard against white boys. They don't go in so hard against Asian youths if they're kicking off slightly. That may be blamed on different levels of policing around the country. We have 43 forces in England and Wales, and they all police differently. That may stop being differently policed with this new standing army of officers, which will be deployed to trouble spots around the country. But 16 towns and cities in 8 days where trouble has broken out, I can see how it is very serious and looks like maybe a civil war in language that Elon Musk could use. But that's not how it is, of course, in this country. And that's why the government's pushing back so hard against that language.